Hello, my name is Sheila with the Healing Sanctuary, and this is a little flow that can be done anywhere on a plane, in a car, or seated if you're just waiting in a waiting room. Um, it can also be done standing or laying down as well and adapted for any kind of situation, including while you're sitting on a plane or sitting in an airport. So just a little anatomy on the leg and calf. You can think most of the foot muscles, bottom and top, come all the way up through either the front of the shin or the back of the calf. And so we want to involve the foot and the ankle whenever we're working with calf and shin muscles if there's an issue, as well as knee muscles. Many of these muscles, namely the gastrocnemius in the back, connect up into the thigh or into the knee. So this is also beneficial for any knee concerns. And we've got two bones in the lower leg. We've got the tibia, which is your shin bone, the sharp bone that goes down the center. And then to the side of that is your fibula. And in between those two bones on the front are lots of good muscles, some of which strap over the top of the foot and connect even into the toes. On the inside of your tibia, we've got more muscles. They can get very tender and crampy. And then on the back, we've got probably the most well-known of the calf muscles, the gastrocnemius, which the tendon of which becomes the Achilles tendon. And underneath the gastrocnemius is your soleus. Um, We've also got several different acupuncture meridians that go through the lower legs and connect into the toes. So you can also think of the chi or the prana, which goes through and connects all of these things. And so for starters, we'll work with muscle tissue, and you can use whatever you have available. I have a scarf, but you can use a purse strap. You can use a yoga strap. You can use a towel, really anything that you have, a t-shirt. And we'll go ahead and strap what you have to the bottom of your foot. And start just by, if you can sit up tall, even if the chair you have has a back, just sit up as tall as you can. And you can leave your heel out front or bring your leg, if you have space, bring your leg out front. That gets it into the hamstrings a little bit more. And just hold, drawing gentle pressure towards you for about 10 breaths. I like to count by breath because then that reminds you to breathe. Now, as you're into it, if it feels good, you can rock your foot to the right and to the left, and that'll get little different spots in the muscles. And then now we'll go ahead and gently resist the scarf, pushing, 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 extending your foot, or plantar flexion, anatomically as that's called. And then when we bring it back, toes towards your shin, this is dorsal flexion. We'll give it another 10 breaths. And just think of breathing. Imagine sending your breath into your calf muscles. And again, and just little articulations to the right or to the left if that feels good. And you can play with as much room as you have wherever you are. Play with changing the position of your leg. And once again, we'll resist the scarf into plantar flexion, stretching through the shin and back into flexion. Now we'll play with what's called eversion inversion. So bring the blade edge, this outer edge of your foot, bringing it up as far as you can, tilting the ankle. And now bring your arch side of the foot in towards the inner calf. So we'll be stretching the inner ankle, inner arch. Stretch the outer ankle, outer side of the foot. A couple more times. And back to the center. Any of these movements can be done for a long period of time. Um, Now just feel the difference between the two sides. And we'll go ahead and make some ankle rotation. Make some ankle rotations the other way. And then a little gentle massage. So some work with the meridian. We've got the bladder meridian, which goes down directly down the center of your calf. And we're just going to sweep the hands down at the calf and out through the pinky toe. Sweeping your hands, massaging the gastrocnemius and out through the pinky toe. And now the gallbladder meridian, which goes more on the outside of the lower leg, and just sweep down, getting the second to last toe, give it a little massage and sweep down. One more time. And now just on the outside of your tibia, the shin bone, and just sweep down. And this is the stomach meridian. Sometimes it's nice actually to just bring some friction to this area. It can get kind of numb on a lot of people until you really feel the energy flowing right through there. And then just sweep down, and the stomach meridian goes over the top of the foot out through the middle, the second toe, and do that a few times. The toe next to the big toe. And then we'll go just to the inside of the tibia or the shin bone, and just so you can see, I'll do the other leg. So you'll sweep down just to the inside of your shin bone and go to the inside of your big toe a few times. And this is your liver meridian. And now more to the just to the inside and between your shin bone and your gastroc, this meaty muscle right there. You'll come down, right down the center, kind of the juicy part of the leg, and to the inside of the big toe, through the top part of the arch, just sweeping. And then to get the last of the leg meridians, your kidney meridian. I like to just bring, get a little hip opening this way. If you can, just cross your leg over like this. And you're still on the same leg. I'm using the other leg just so you can see easier. Um, so the kidney meridian, you'll sweep down also through the inner part of the leg, a little behind where the spleen meridian is. And this meridian ends right here at the heart of your foot, this point called the bubbling spring. A really nice grounding point. You sweep through across the bottom of your foot. And then give a massage your fingers. Feels really good. And if it feels good, you can also just take your palm and kind of massage the inner leg right through there. And we'll give the whole leg a brush, brush, and shake it off. And now just feel the difference between the two sides again. There should be a nice difference, nice energy flow in the side you just did. And we'll go back, we'll go to the second side. So bring your strap and flex and just find a good position depending on how much space you have. And hold, counting, long breath, making little articulations right and left if that feels good. And then we'll point, resisting your scarf or strap. Point your toes as well and flex. This is dorsal flexion. Sometimes, especially on the second round, you can even feel the fascia just start to get looser, almost like a rubber band. And then plantar flex or point. Point your toes as much as you can as well. Back to neutral. And we'll evert. Draw the outer edge of your foot out. Invert, inner edge of your foot in. Evert. Stretch the inner ankle, inner leg. Invert. Stretch the outer ankle, outer leg. Once more. Evert. Invert. Neutral. I'll remove the scarf. Make some ankle circles going in one direction. The other direction. And back to the center. And now a little bit of massage. So we started with the bladder meridian, which goes down the center of the gastrocnemius, directly down the center, outer ankle, and down to the pinky toe, giving it a little massage, the pinky toe, sweeping a few times. Now the gallbladder, so just on the outside of the shin bone, and we'll go down, third, second to last toe, giving it a little squeeze. And the stomach meridian. So this goes in that meaty part of the muscle. And the gallbladder, I just said shin bone. It's actually further on the outside, closer to the fibula, whereas the stomach meridian is this meaty part just on the outside of the sharp part of the shin. And sometimes it feels good to just do some friction to get some circulation going right there. And then the stomach meridian goes over the top of the foot to the second toe next to the big toe. I'll do that a few times. And we'll go into liver meridian, which is directly on the other side of your shin bone. And goes to the inside of your big toe. Main meridian, which is the really juicy part of the inner calf, and go down under the ankles, sweeping through the arch and inside of the big toe. And then the kidney meridian will come into a hip opener, and you can just come a little more to the inside of the lower leg from the spleen line and sweep down to the part of the toe, and just give some little circles there. Should feel really good. And then if you want, you can give some little massage, pulling the muscles away from the bones. And stay there if there's a tender spot. And you can also use these part of the fingers to get into the top part, into the meaty part of the shins, that stomach meridian area. Sometimes that's tender too. And then lower your leg down, and we'll just sweep down, sweep down, sweep down, shake it. Now you should have hopefully some happy legs, and we'll do a little bit of a shavasana now, and this can be done wherever you are in a seated or standing position. It's tension release. If you're able to, you can close your eyes, and if you're not able to, no problem too. Whether your eyes are open or closed, we're going to visualize a bright light shining as we tense each body part that I mentioned, and then release the tension. So starting with your left foot, imagine the bright light lighting up your left foot. Tense, tense, tense. Release, release, release. Now the right foot lighting up. Tense, tense, tense. Release, release, release. And as you release, the light dims. As you tense, the light brightens. Left calf, tense, tense, tense. Release, release, release. Right calf, tense, tense, tense. Release, release, release. Both feet, both calves. Tense, tense, tense. Release, release, release. And relax your whole body relaxed. This concludes our yoga session for today. I hope it's helpful. Feel free to do any of these movements for longer, as good as it. Do it for as long as it feels helpful and good. And um, happy therapeutic calf and footwork. Namaste.